Hi everyone, hope you're well. Thanks for coming back. This is part 2 of Web of Interconnectedness. If you haven't seen part 1, then go to my created playlists section and look for Basics of Buddhism. You'll find it there. So we left part 1 talking about how it's scientific fact that we are all interconnected. We read, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. And that's the case whether we feel it in our hearts or not. And of course we can apply that to human relationships too. As Sensei says, the world is an intricately interwoven web of infinite relations. When we apply this worldview to matter and to all living things, including people, we can see the world as one great life entity. This is the true nature of our own life. In any case, Buddhism recognizes this as the theory of dependent origination, which means nothing exists in isolation and that everything in the world comes into existence when the causes and surrounding environmental conditions are right. This theory is one of the earliest principles formulated in the history of Buddhism. In its simplest form, it is expressed as, this is because that is. So for me, being part of something, being part of a group or united in some cause, it gives me great individual strength. In the letter, Many in Body, One in Mind, in Japanese Itai Doshin, Nichiren writes, if the spirit of many in body but one in mind prevails among the people, they will achieve all their goals, whereas if one in body but different in mind, they can achieve nothing remarkable. In other words, when we live as one with everyone and everything, we achieve amazing things, both individually and collectively. I think it's quite normal for us humans to think of ourselves first. In fact, when we chant for ourselves and others, but it has to be in that order. It's a fine line though, isn't it? We don't chant for ourselves and just forget others. But in fact, bizarrely almost, the more we chant, the more we think of others anyway. Everything in Buddhism starts with us. Therefore, our actions for the happiness of ourselves and others will then affect the entire world. Nichiren Daishonin wrote, if you light a lantern for another, it will also brighten your own way. It is for this reason that Nichiren Buddhism talks of practice for oneself and others. One cannot be truly happy when others around us are unhappy. Nothing is more joyful than helping someone else discover a new way of living. So it's not how the world treats us. It's how we treat the world, isn't it? Once we empower ourselves to make a positive difference in society, then our environment will respond accordingly. We become happier. People surrounding us become happier. I found this on the Soka Gakkai Malaysia's website. Buddhism teaches that our lives are constantly developing in a dynamic way, in a synergy of the internal causes within our own life, our personality, experiences, outlook on life, and so on, and the external conditions and relations around us. Each individual existence contributes to creating the environment which sustains all other existences. All things, mutually supportive and related, form a living cosmos, a single living whole. So, when we deeply understand how connected we are with other people and the place where we are, it becomes clear that if we hurt others, then we are only hurting ourselves. With that knowledge, we all make a huge difference in the world. And again, it starts with us. So, referring back to the quote in part 1 by Claire Birchinger, the nurse who inspired Band-Aid, do you still think you're too small to make a difference in this world? If you're still on the fence with this, let's have a look at a gem of a quote by Sensei. A great human revolution in just a single individual will help achieve a change in the destiny of a nation, and further will enable a change in the destiny of all humankind. A nice way to end, don't you think? Once again, thank you so much for watching. There are plenty more topics on basics of Buddhism to come, so look out for those. Maybe consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my posts. In any case, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy chanting!